Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for tuning in to Cullman Today. I'm your host, Katie Spicer, and today is Monday, May 13th, 2024. We have a lot to look at in local news today, including information on the Cullman Commission on Aging's upcoming trip to Miami, a local student's achievement at the U.S. Congressional Art Competition, and a look at some Cullman County residents' view of the Northern Lights. All of this plus sports, weather, and more, but for now, let's dive into the top stories happening in Cullman today. The Cullman Police Department successfully located a missing man as of 3:38 p.m. on Sunday, May 12th. Todd Phillips has gone missing from his home on May 11th. The adult with autism and intellectual disabilities was missing for nearly 24 hours before he was located in a wooded area near his home. Next up, a look at a once-in-a-lifetime event. Aurora Borealis was visible to the residents of Cullman County in North Alabama over the weekend, with an electrical storm pushing the ethereal lights into the southern skyscape. Many residents took photos and videos to document the once-in-a-lifetime event. The sky was transformed with shades of pink, purple, green, and blue, bringing the beauty of the great north to the deep south. Finally, to wrap up our top stories, beginning today, Monday, May 13th, 2024, and through the end of the school year, a portion of 4th Avenue Northeast between Oak Drive Northeast and 9th Street Northeast will be closed. The traffic pattern for Cullman Middle School will change as a result of this street closing. CMS traffic will turn from 2nd Avenue Northeast onto 9th Street Northeast, then turn left onto 4th Avenue Northeast for drop-off, then left onto 10th Street Northeast and left again back onto 2nd Avenue Northeast. Now that we have the top stories out of the way, we're going to take a quick break before returning with sports. Hello and welcome back. Now it's time to find out what's going on in the world of sports. Let's check in on some of the latest golf news. The Wallace State women's team was in the field at this year's NJCAA Women's South District Championship in Texas, and the Lions posted a team score of 98 over par over 2 rounds to place third, finishing behind Tyler Junior College and Blinn College. Wallace State sophomore Aiden Haithcock finished third in the district at 14 over par for the 2 days of play. Sophomore Abby Gatis came in 15th at 26 over, sophomore Sydney Epps placed 16th at 28 over, and freshman Isabella Warwick finished at 30 over par to place 17th. Freshman Sarah Mooney rounded out the Lions players in 28th place at 40 over par. With her third place finish at the district, Haithcock qualified to compete as an individual at the NJCAA Division I Women's Golf Championship, which will be held May 19th through 24th at Durand Golf Club in Melbourne, Florida. The Wallace State men's golf team will be playing at the NJCAA D1 Men's National Championship May 14th through 17th at Rockwind Community Links Golf Course in New Mexico. After a record-breaking regular season that ended with the program's 5th SEC championship, Auburn's men's golf team was recognized by the league with 9 yearly SEC honors, including a sweep of 3 major awards. Tigers head coach Nick Clenard was voted SEC Coach of the Year, and freshman Jackson Coyven captured both SEC Freshman of the Year and SEC Player of the Year. Coyven and junior Brennan Valdez earned spots on the SEC All-First Team, while senior J.M. Butler made second team. Coyven and fellow freshman Josiah Gilbert also made the conference all-freshman squad. For Clenard, it's his second Coach of the Year title and first since 2018. He joined Sonny Dragoin and Mike Griffin as the third coach in program history to win the award multiple times. Coyven becomes the 6th Auburn men's player to win SEC Freshman of the Year and the 2nd to win SEC Player of the Year. He is the first Tiger to win both in the same season, a feat previously accomplished just twice in conference history. That covers sports for today, but make sure to check with the Cullman Tribune each day for the latest in sports coverage from across the area. We'll be back after this message. Hello and welcome back to Cullman Today. Now it's time to speed things up with our news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Wallace State Community College's respiratory therapy program held a pinning ceremony on May 8th, recognizing 23 students successfully completing the program for the class of 2024. Class President Madison Hamilton of Kimberly addressed those gathered at the ceremony, stating that she is grateful for the relationships she's made among her instructors and classmates and for her family's support throughout her time in the program. She encouraged her classmates to always remember their why. She said, "When new hills and challenges are in front of you, remember your why. Remember who encouraged you. Remember you can do hard things." A young artist from Cullman High School has won the prestigious Best in Show Award for the 4th Congressional District Annual Honors Art Competition. CHS student Lane McLeod was awarded a trophy and a scholarship, and her watercolor painting of Sacred Heart in downtown Cullman will be on display in the Cannon Tuttle at the Capitol in Washington, D.C. for 1 year. She will also receive a full scholarship to Wallace State Community College and round-trip travel to see her artwork. Each spring, the Congressional Institute sponsors a nationwide high school visual art competition to recognize and encourage artistic talent throughout the nation and in each congressional district. Since the Artistic Discovery Competition began in 1982, more than 650,000 high school students have participated. House members may honor one high school student from their districts by selecting a piece of artwork for inclusion in an exhibit at the U.S. Capitol. Millions of visitors to the U.S. Capitol view this exhibit each year. Students submit entries to the representative's office, and panels of district artists select the winning entries. Winners are recognized both in their district and at an annual awards ceremony in Washington, D.C. Cullman Middle School has released its summer reading required books for the incoming students for the 2024-25 school year. 7th grade Honors English will be required to read Fever, 1793 by Lori House Anderson. 8th grade Honors English will be required to read Salt to the Sea by Ruta Septes, and 8th grade Standard English will be required to read the Young Reader's adaptation of The Red Bandana by Tom Rinaldi. Each class will complete comprehension exams and assessments based on the required reading within the first few weeks of school commencing. The Cullman Commission on Aging is taking a trip south, and there are about 10 seats available for this trip. Stops include Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Key West. The group will depart November 3rd and return November 9th. Motor coach transportation, 6 nights lodging with 4 consecutive nights in the Miami area, 9 meals comprised of 6 breakfasts and 3 dinners are all included in the $1,067 price per person price tag. Call and let the Commission on Aging know if you are interested in going on the trip at 256-734-1241 or visit www.grouptrips.com/COA for more details. Deadline for registration is June 19th unless seats are filled before then. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respect with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
Discover what's buzzing in Cullman with Community Matters, where every story pops off the page with local flair. It's the magazine that's got the inside track on what's now, what's new, and who's who. Get the lowdown on top eats and 411 on recipes that'll turn up your summer cooking game. Relive our local team's triumphs on the sports fields and pencil in summer's hottest events for fun the whole family will love. Get your copy of Community Matters at the Cullman Tribune, any of the local businesses on screen, or scan the QR code.
Welcome back. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Edward Louis Scarborough. Edward Louis Scarborough, 66, also known as Special Ed, Fast Eddie, Big Ed, Granddaddy, and Dad, went to his heavenly home on May 10, 2024. He was surrounded by his immediate family at UAB Hospital after a battle with ARDS, Acute Respiratory Distress Syndrome. To know Ed was to love him. In lieu of flowers, please consider donating to Send Me Refuge. That finishes up obituaries for today. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his friends and family. Now let's take a look at today's weather forecast. Today, expect showers with thunderstorms also possible after 1 p.m. The high will be near 70 with a southeast wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour and gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. The chance of precipitation is 80%. New rainfall amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch are possible, except higher amounts in the event of thunderstorms. This evening, there is a chance of showers and thunderstorms, then showers and possibly a thunderstorm after 1 a.m. The low will be around 62 with the south to southeast wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. The chance of precipitation is 80%. New rainfall amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 an inch are possible. On Tuesday, showers and possibly a thunderstorm are likely. There will be a high near 77 and a south wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. The chance of precipitation is 90%. Tuesday evening, there is a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 a.m. It'll be partly cloudy with a low around 60 and a southwest wind around 10 miles per hour. That concludes another edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Until then, remember to stay connected with us by picking up a copy of the Cullman Tribune or following us on social media. We are also now on TikTok, so be sure to follow at Cullman Today. I'm Katie Spicer signing off. From all of us here at Cullman Today, have a marvelous Monday, Cullman.